Hello guys, and welcome to Monaco for this third race weekend in this Project Cars career of mine. I'm not really sure what to expect from this track here today. I haven't really had a chance to practice properly on it. Just getting all the A cars out of the way here so we can get some clean air for us to hopefully put in a decent qualifying lap. I do know one thing, however, and that is we absolutely have to start somewhere near the front of the grid if we are to have any chance of scoring points in this particular race, because the track itself and the way the AI handles here in Project Cars, this could easily turn out to be a complete slaughterhouse if we end up at the back of the grid. So we're going to be doing everything in our power to avoid that happening. And just coming out on the main straight here, this is not going to be all that good a time, but what I'm really interested in is seeing how the AI cars are going to handle on this track. 127.653, nothing brilliant whatsoever, but still it's enough to put us on provisional pole so far. We are going to stay out for an additional lap though, see if we can improve on that time and hopefully chop off a few seconds there, because 127, that's not very good at all on this track here. And we got this, I'm not sure who's ahead of us right there, but he almost loses the back end as he comes out on the main straight. 126.753. We try and squeeze through the AI car there and basically put ourselves into the wall, ending our qualifying session there. But to our luck, as you can see there, everyone is really slow here today, and I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. I'm running at a 93% difficulty level. I would have expected the AI to be a little bit faster than 128.470 there, which is the P2 position right now. But who are we to complain? We are starting on pole for the main race here at Monaco, and we'll be looking to get out of the gate here as clean as we possibly can, maintaining that first position into the first turn. That is going to be absolutely imperative. And we get out of the gate nicely here. Is anybody on our left? No, we are taking the easy way into turn one here, ending up cutting the corner just a little bit. Did not want to get tangled up with any of the Silver Spark cars that are right behind us here, and I wasn't really sure where they were on our left shoulder there, so we kind of took the easy way through there, and thankfully we did not get a penalty as a result of that. Coming through the hairpin here nice and cleanly, we have Mike Mannion directly behind us there with the Silver Spark team. He touches wheels with his teammate there. They're all over each other, giving us the opportunity to pull away even further. And as you can see right behind us there, again, the two Silver Spark cars are all over each other here to our advantage, thankfully. Anyway, not too much going on for the first couple of laps here, so we jump straight to lap 4, where we are increasing our gap over the P2 car of Hannes Shoring Apke, or however you pronounce that. And again, not much going on here in the opening laps, so we jump straight to lap 7 here. We've increased the gap to almost 10 seconds coming through turn 1 there. There's a loose wheel over by the barrier, so I guess that means somebody's out of the race somehow, but I'm not really sure how we actually see that here in Project Cars. Anyways, very nice experience so far. It doesn't appear that we're pushing the car in any way. We're basically taking it nice and slow right now, but apparently that's enough for us to build a nice gap down to the P2 car. And speaking of the P2 car here, as we jump to lap 8, it appears that Mike Mannion has overtaken P2 from his teammate there. I'm not really sure whether or not that's due to his teammate going into pit or whether or not he's actually overtaken him. But at the moment, we are in P1 here on lap 8, and Mike Mannion is in P2. Jumping ahead to lap 12 here, we are building a very nice cushion down to Mike Mannion. We're about 17 seconds up on him right now as we come up on a batch of back markers here. And wouldn't you know, this appears to be our old nemesis, Alicia Samuels, running way down in 17th right now. And I'm not really sure how this is going to play out, because in my experience, the back markers here in Project Cars are not very good at actually getting out of the way here. So how this is going to play out on a track like Monaco is anybody's guess, I guess. And hopefully we're going to be staying close enough here right on the bumper of Alicia Samuels as we come out on the tunnel straight. We're going to be flicking the curves here, see if it'll give us enough horsepower to close the gap and make a move here, as we kind of miss the turn there and graze the wall. No damage, I think, but we end up having to outbrake Alicia, and run way too deep in the Neuville chicane. They're completely cutting the corner, and fortunately no penalty for that, only a warning for cutting the corner. And so far it appears that we did not suffer any damage from grazing the wall there. It did sound very violent though. But we seem to make it through in one piece here and are closing the gap on the second back marker here, who appears to be Eric Rauffusch. And I think we've tangled with that guy before. Hopefully this is not going to be a repeat of that. Good news is that we did not lose any time to Mike Mannion, who's still about 18 seconds behind us. Coming through the casino section here, we're going to be backing off a little bit, not to get caught too much in a slipstream and lose the front end. We get a very nice exit here. Going to be kicking the throttle and see if we can make the move down the inside here. We make it stick, and we have survived passing two back markers here. And boy, do they fight for position. That's pretty annoying, I have to say. Jumping ahead to lap 17 here, we still have Mike Mannion way down in P2, and we are still increasing the gap here as we are now 21 seconds ahead of him. And again, we get this mandatory pit stop sign saying we need to come in. That's been coming up every single lap since lap 3, I believe, and it's pretty annoying, and there's no way we're going into pit at this time here, even though I did notice that some of the AI cars were into pit on lap 2 or something like that, which is completely crazy. Jumping ahead to lap 19 here, it appears that there is a change in positions behind us there as Hannes Scheuring Opke is back into P2. He's about 44 seconds down on us right now, and that would indicate that Mike Mannion, the previous P2, teammate of Hannes, I believe, as he's been in to make his pit stop. And on lap 22 here, we decide to do the same thing as our tires are getting a little bit worn, and it's probably not the worst time at all to go in to make the change. And as some of you may or may not have noticed there, as I went in to get the car jacked up, the cockpit view switched from the helmet cam to the cockpit cam, and all of a sudden, in a fit of desperation here, I kind of forgot which button I had mapped on my wheel for the camera views, and I ended up switching back and forth here for a good quarter of a lap until I found the helmet cam again, and ended up losing about 7 seconds to the number 2 car. So on lap 23, we have a completely new race here as we have Hannes Scheuring Opke only about 3 seconds down on us right now. So things looking a little more difficult here on lap 23 due to my goof up there, and hopefully we're going to be able to get this one sorted out and hopefully build the gap again here as we get underway. Jumping to lap 26 here, it appears we have a brand new race in our hands as we are going pretty fast at the moment, or at least it feels like we're going pretty fast, but we are not building a very significant gap down to the number 2 car. So it really appears that the AI is starting to ramp things up at this point, and that camera goof up there could prove costly.
Thanks, you're looking good out there.
Skipping right ahead to lap 28 here, we are opening up a slight gap down to the number 2 car. We are now about 4.5 seconds up on him. And as we pass the pit area here, you can see that we have cars coming in still on lap 28. And I'm not sure whether this is the mandatory pit stop or not, or whether these guys are in to actually fix damage they've accumulated somewhere on the track. All I know is that I'm not seeing all that much traffic at this moment, and it could appear that several cars are out of the race already, and we just don't know about it. Jumping right ahead to lap 31 here, the gap down to the number 2 car remains constant, but we're not going very fast at the moment, and that could be a cause for concern because I'm not sure whether or not this could be down to my tires or whether or not we actually did suffer some damage when we graced the wall there earlier in the race. Jumping ahead to lap 39 here, Hannes Scheuring Opke closing the gap. He's only about 2 seconds down on us right now. And I guess at the moment, subconsciously, we're kind of taking the foot off the pedal there because we do not want to repeat of what happened at the sprint race at Dubai last weekend. Jumping ahead to lap 42, second to last lap. Again, we're encountering some traffic at this point. This time it appears to be Christopher Gonzalez-Diaz there, teammate of Alicia Samuels. And we appear to be running into these people quite a lot at this point, and seemingly get so focused on that we end up gracing a barrier there one more time, and thankfully no significant damage, or none that I can actually feel in the steering wheel, so I guess that's good news. But now it's going to be all about just keeping this car on track here for the final lap. Do not make any stupid mistakes here, just like we did at the sprint race at Dubai.
Your lead is increasing. Keep up the great work.
Now, if I could just get this guy moving out of the way here so I could pass him, I'd be a happy camper, but it appears that the AI here in Project Cars is not that willing to oblige us. But it matters not here. Coming through the second to last turn, we have Mike Mannion about 3 seconds down on us. There is no way he's going to catch us unless we put the car into the wall here in the last turn. Entirely possible, I have to say. But we are going to be taking our first win here at Monaco. And I have to say, I'm really, really happy about this particular win. So there you have it. We take the win ahead of Mike Mannion there. Jean-Baptiste Segaud is in third. Hannes Shoring-Alpke is in fourth. I'm not really sure what happened to him. He was in second position up until lap 42, but then seemed to go off the grid. At any rate, guys, if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to this channel for more Project Cars action, and I'll be seeing you soon enough. Bye-bye.